What's up guys? What's up cycling fanatics? Today I am in Utrecht and I'm racing on the championship of Utrecht. It's a criterium over the Maliebaan and it's gonna be close racing, so check it out. I reached 10,000 subscribers. Thank you guys, thank you cycling fanatics. I've been working on this for about a year. I've been putting a lot of time and effort in all these videos and building up my YouTube page. So thanks a lot. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe right now because we're gonna go up to the next zero, 100,000. Oh yes! Alright, so today I am 1 week out to the Marmot. It's Sunday. Next Sunday I will be racing in France. Today I'm racing in Utrecht. Utrecht is one of the big cities here in the Netherlands, and a lot of my teammates and also a lot of my competitors are racing today. But because I'm busy all day and because I'm going on a working trip tomorrow, Monday to Wednesday, and I leave on Thursday to France, I already packed all my bags. This bag is for today. That bag is for Mexico, where I'm going tomorrow on Monday. This is all my stuff that I have for the Marmot. Different gearing. I still need to work on my bike because I need a smaller gear to get up all those mountains. And also I still need to pack my bike because I'm using it today. So tonight after the race I'll be packing my bike in the bike box, in the flight case, and then going on a work trip, come back and the bike is already packed, and then the next day I'll leave to France. Now I'm gonna get my stuff and go to Utrecht for the race. So we just arrived and I went up to the start to pick up my lumber and everything, and now it started raining, as you can see, which is not a good sign because half of the course is on really small little stones which are very slippery and they're very bumpy. The other side is on tarmac. There's only 2 long straightaways with 2 180-degree turns which are very tight, and I hope that this will be the last rain of today because with my race next week I don't want to be in any more risk, and if I feel it's gonna get dangerous I'm gonna quit. So let's hope it will stay dry. The road surface of the race is gonna be similar to that little road over there. So as you can see, it looks pretty slippery. Fortunately, there's only 2 turns in the track, so that's alright, but still, right now it's 30 minutes to the race. So we're probably not gonna start in dry weather, but let's hope we'll finish when it's dry. On my way back during my warm-up, and I'm already soaking wet. I can feel the water standing in my shoes, so perfect start of the race. This time I thought I didn't take my rollers because I know the city and I can just find an easy road to warm up, but it would have been better to ride on the tucks for a warm-up. Anyway, start in 15 minutes. That's the gunshot for the start of the race. I was in the front at the start line for once, so that's nice. I didn't have to race my way back to the front in the first couple minutes of the race, so that saves some energy. You can see my speed cadence on the left as always, the distance of the race, my heartbeat, and then at the bottom you can see my power output. Here we come through the first turn. Look at the road surface, it's very wet. This is tarmac, but here we enter these little brick stones and it was very slippery. You can see the shiny appearance of the road. And coming out of that turn, you really had to be careful. By too much power, your rear end would just start skidding. At the right corner you can see the track. Pretty clear, it's up and back, up and back. It's only 2 long straightaways with 2 180-degree turns, and these turns are very tight, like you just saw on that first turn. Guy in front is from Utrecht team, the Domrenners. They're in yellow and blue. There was a lot of guys from this team riding today, and then you see this guy on the right in blue, white and red. That's from my team. We were also with quite a few, so it was going to be a nice race between different clubs. Here we are approaching the second turn on these little brick stones. It was very slippery and we needed to brake quite a lot, so it was a bit tricky to not skid out. There was even a speed bump down, then took a hard right turn and you can see these white stripes on the road. They were very slippery. A lot of power to accelerate again, and here we are on the last straight of the track, and there's only 2 straightaways anyway, so here we are approaching the finish.
this road surface was very nice, nice smooth tarmac. And then this is start finish. This was the first lap. Here we are going through that first turn with the whole bunch. As you can see, the speed drops down to about 14 kilometers an hour. That's very low. We need to accelerate back to about 50. So that's a big acceleration requiring so much power. And that's exactly the reason that this race was very heavy. Because every time you need to brake and then accelerate all the way through that high speed. Again, here with the whole bunch through that turn, so slow and then so much power to accelerate. It was really exhausting. Like I said, it was very difficult braking. You can see the guy in front of me skidding left and right, braking into that turn for the last straight. Gaps are falling in between riders because people were making either mistakes or not being able to push enough power to accelerate. But sometimes it was really hard to keep the pack closed. Right now I'm approaching these guys and the speed is dropping down. You can hear the bell. That's a preem lap. I had more momentum, so I decided just to pass these guys and push down power and try to either get the preem or just place an attack to go in the breakaway. All by myself through this first turn, a little bit faster than in the peloton. Here we approach the last straight. This is on the preem lap, so here's the sprint for the prize. Pushing down power. This is about 450 meters to the finish from that last turn. And this was a nice tryout to see how far it actually was, how the speed would go up and how I would manage the sprint to the finish. So it was actually just a good practice run for the finish at the end of the race. And here I managed to get first place on that preem. There's actually 6 guys getting preems, 6 first guys. Another bell ringing, another preem lap. We're 14 kilometers into the race. Everybody's back together. There's been some attacks, but no successful breakaways have happened yet. Here I try to get some position a little bit more in the back, not in front on that long straight, and then maybe try to sprint out of somebody's wheel at the last straight. Again through that turn with a whole bunch, slipping and sliding out of that corner. Pace is going up pretty fast here. These guys all know it's a preem lap, so they want to get some prizes too. Approaching the last turn, I'm still quite far back. Close racing here, braking into that last turn and accelerating. Choosing to ride in this guy's wheel just to drift a little bit before I accelerate again. Doing close to 50 kilometers an hour, and here was actually pretty easy overtaking these guys. Looking back, and then I just push down power as much as I need to stay in front. Second preem lap. "23 kilometers into the race. There's been some attacks and still nobody has succeeded. Got some friends on the sidelines shouting my name. That was pretty cool. Here I decided just to give it a shot. Attack, maybe either get in the break or have a good counter possibility for my teammate. I was a bit tired from those preem sprints, so I couldn't push that too hard, and it didn't work out anyway. Here there's gonna be another attack, which I let go. There's a couple different riders from different teams together, so it would be a good chance to get a breakaway. 2 guys on my club are in this attack, so that would be a nice possibility. Until too many guys join, and then I decide to follow up on them. Here we are all back together. The whole peloton is riding close together. The bell's ringing again, so another preem lap. So this is a preem lap, but there's actually a breakaway. There's 3 guys in front. I didn't know yet at this point, but I knew that there were some guys in front. So at this point, me and Frank, the tall guy in front of me right now, we start to try to control the rest of the guys. Here I go riding next to him to ask him, and he did see the break, so he told me who was out, and so we had some good communication about the team tactics. Here's a guy crashing, throwing bidons on the ground. And then this part of the race, we're 44 kilometers into the race. There's a 3-man breakaway and then us in the peloton. Going through that first turn, I see this guy on the right. He had crashed and this was one of the 3 guys in the break. So I immediately pushed down power to get in front, to ride to my teammate, to talk to him. And he had seen it as well, so right now we were both in the assumption that we would be racing for 3rd place, because one guy had crashed and there was only 2 guys in the break now, so if I would be able to take the sprint, I would get the podium. Almost 50 kilometers into the race, we start controlling the peloton. Frank is doing a very great job, just staying in front, being a very nice pacing machine for me. I can stay behind him, he's a big tall guy, so nice to be drafting behind him. Here we approach the last lap. That's the bell for the last lap. There's one guy who just tried to attack. He's not too far in front of us. I wasn't too worried about him because we still had a full lap to catch up with him. Here we approach a tight corner. And the guy that was attacking, right now he makes a mistake. His front wheel skids out and he crashes, which leaves the road wide open for us. Right now it's going to be a race to the last corner. Frank is pushing down some nice power, making sure we would stay in front. He's doing a very good job. The only thing I was a little concerned about was that last turn, because it's very tight. You really want to start your corner on the outside, which leaves the door wide open for somebody to go on the inside right there. So approaching this last turn, I look back and I see another teammate right there behind me on the right side. He had a perfect position to keep that door shut in that last turn. So I'm yelling at him and he was doing a great job riding right there where he needed to be. Frank pushes to the last turn. Right now he's done. And now I start my sprint. Frank was done. He had pushed a hard, long time, so I had to finish it by myself. And here I go. I pushed down a lot of power. I look back, I see guys are following me, but I still had a gap. So I just pushed down enough power to stay in front, and it was enough to win the field sprint. I'm coming up close to the finish right now. So here I thought I was ending at 3rd place, but fortunately it turned out to be different.
Yes! Ja! Perfect.
Sup?
Baas.
Cycling fanatic!
Ja, cycling fanatic!
We just finished the race and now the sun is breaking out, but it was a really good race. Yeah. I saw you a couple laps before the end, pulling in the front. There were 3 guys in the breakaway, 6 laps before the end, 1 guy crashes, so I thought I was sprinting for the 3rd place, for podium. He could join the breakaway because he crashed more than 10 kilometers before the finish. So I was sprinting for 4th place instead of 3rd place. Elias, the guy from our team, he managed to take the win. So our tactics played out. We did very good. And it's time to pick up the prizes. Champion of Utrecht! Elias, talk me through the race.
First thing, I needed to be in the front. It's always very important when you're racing grid. And then it was just attack.
You managed to break away 2 other riders, so with the 3 of you, and then it worked out very, very well. So
yeah, we got a good gap. And
congratulations!
Thank you.
Happy guy.
Thanks.
See ya. Now that we are done racing, everything starts to dry up, and the road is nice and dry. In the race it was very slippery. I saw a lot of guys crashing, like multiple times. My rear end was skidding as I was accelerating out of the turns. So I'm a bit bummed about that 4th place. I really thought I was racing for 3rd, so we would have 2 guys of our team on the podium. But our tactics played out very well, so that's a good thing. Right now I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna wash this bike, then pack it in the bag. Tomorrow I leave to Mexico for 3 days. I come back on Wednesday, and then on Thursday I fly out to Lyon in France for the Marmotte. So busy, 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 busy. If you want to see all of this, races, Marmotte and more, make sure you subscribe. See ya! First thing I'm doing when I get home, clean the bike. It's gonna get packed in the flight case tonight, so it needs to go in clean.